Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Clare Stokolosa. This is a little bit of a different video. I am venturing out and painting outdoors, and I just wanted to show you a few things I would bring with me. I just have a few things up here. Some things are in the car. I do have my mask. When I'm outdoors, I wear my mask. I do wear it when I'm painting, especially because usually people like to come up and look. If you're going out painting for the first time, don't let that intimidate you. It's really nice. So I have a few things with me. Sometimes I use a backpack. I went to the Oprah Visions before all this happened, and I was glad to go, and I got this really great free tote bag, so it fits nice. So I have a few of my tools in here, tools of the trade. I actually was preparing a larger paper that I'm bringing with me. I just have a few sheets here that it's a little larger than this, so I'm carrying it separately. But just to show you, this is a sketch pad, but I usually would use a watercolor block, and I'm just sharing this with you. But this is nice if you just want to go out and sketch with pen or pencil. So this is a nice sack because it does carry quite a few things. And I have this, it looks like a book, but I love this. It's one of my favorite things. It was given to me as a gift. It holds my brushes really nicely, and there's Velcro. So you might see this when you see me working in my home studio tour. And it stands up and holds the brushes, so it's really easy access. When I do use the watercolor block, I have this to separate the paper out when it's dry, my X-Acto knife. Be careful if you have children around and you have one of these. I'm actually using this little tiny stool that I'm borrowing from a family member, but I usually have a fold-up stool that I use to sit on. You can also get fold-up tables that I could share with you in another video. In one of my videos, I use the aqua board, which would be really nice to paint outdoors with too, because it has a hard surface. So if you want to pick up a few of those to experiment with, other than the watercolor block, I just happen to keep that there. And then I have my palette I brought a few palettes, but I prepare my paints in it. So I have my colors set up here, carry that. And I do have a lining because after you paint, it could get a little wet. So I use a plastic bag that I put in case it does drip a little bit. I bring this, I don't really use it, but once in a while I have this new set, Pearlescent Color Fine Tech, and it has a little glisten to it. So I don't use it on its own. Often this is used on black paper or a colored paper rather than white. It has a shimmer. Sometimes it's nice to add a little touch of it, so I do like that little bling. Once in a while I'll throw it in, so I'm carrying it with me. Test paper. Usually I'll use a piece of the paper that's from the same watercolor block to test my colors and to use as a blotter. I have my Bounty paper towels, which I use because I use this as a blotter also, and just to clean up. I have extra paper towels in here, and my go-to watering cups. I do like fake yogurt too, but I like Greek yogurt. As you can see, I like the plain yogurt, and it makes great holders for water and easy to store, and then I just wipe it with the paper towel. So I have that. I do have my Windsor Newton set. This is prepared. It actually has a little brush if you really wanted something small to go with, and a little pad. You could just bring this with your basic colors, and until my husband glued these down, the little wells with crazy glue, they would pop up every time I opened the set. But once I did that, I was happy with it. And you do get this little portable brush with it that you could put water in the well, which is nice. And once these paints are done, you could fill up the wells with tube paint. So this would be very easy if you just wanted to bring this along with you. But remember, if you don't glue down the wells, you're gonna open this up and they're gonna fly all over the place. I like to bring a towel. So say you're gonna sit on a step, you could put this down if you didn't have a stool and you wanna sit like on stairs or a bench, or a little bit bigger one to sit on the grass. You could bring a little bit of a bigger towel, depending on where you're painting. If you're in the city and there might be stairs or somewhere to sit, you could put it down. And also this, it's a rag. You could put it on your lap too to protect your clothes. I always wear my painting clothes, and I do have my go-to hat, whether it's a baseball cap, you're sitting outside in the sun. I was going to say in the rain, but it helps for that too. I have my straw hat. Put this down as a visor. It folds up actually, and I could stick it in my bag. I have a few different versions of this, but it's always good to have a hat to protect you from the sun. I try my best to find a shady place. If you want to keep it compact, You can just bring a small set. If you have a table, I do have a table and stool that I bring with me. You could bring your table, you could bring a board for your paints, and you could bring a larger set. That's up to you. Oh, and a bottle of water for you to drink and a bottle of water for you to paint with. Don't forget the water. That's important for both reasons. Stay hydrated and stay safe. Bring your mask. Be thoughtful because it's good to protect others. We're all in different places and we're all, in different places with different situations. So we want to be respectful. I hope this is helpful. It's really fun to paint outdoors. Start small, I suggest. Maybe bring a sketch pad if you want to start just sketching, and bring a hat and a sketch pad and maybe a few pencils or a pen, and then move on to painting if you feel more comfortable with that. Whatever works for you. A small set is always helpful. If you venture outside or even into your yard, happy painting. Great seeing you, and see you next time. Hi everyone, I'm back. As I said earlier that I would be going outside painting, I took this pad. I actually had some large paper, but just did this for now. It's 11 by 13, and I bookmarked it. I went painting in the Arboretum. It's in Long Island, the planting fields. You could see it. There were so many flowers. I don't know. I focused on a gate, maybe because I was thinking of opening and reopening. So this is 11 by 13. It's of a gate by one of the gardens where they have beautiful type of pond, a pool, statues. I had my setup, I had my mask. It was easy to socially distance. I'd like to go back and try some other places. I will be doing a painting later on that I will post, but I wanted to share this because I spoke about getting ready and preparing to go out. It's always good to find a place, to find that place and scout it out first, or have someone else do it, and then see that you're comfortable there. So this is part of my anticipation series, and I will be painting from in home studio too. Thank you for joining, and have a great day. Take care.